Yes, I know. There are a few of you still out there. You actually hook your driver. You don't slice it, you hook it. Come to the right place, because I'm going to show you how to quit hooking that darn driver and start hitting it nice and straight. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV. And if you're watching this video, you're one of the very few. And I know you're chuckling right now because you're like, man, finally a video for those of us out here who actually hook our driver, because for every 1,000 videos there are on slicing your driver, there's probably one on hooking. So we're taking good care of you here today, and we're going to help you understand why that is. So first of all, why is it? Okay, what do we want to see? Then how do we fix it? That's where we're going here today. So we know this. If you're hitting a low hook, that's different than a high hook. Let me repeat that because this is important. Just bear with me here, because you've got to understand this if you're going to fix it, because these are two different groups. I want you to put yourself into one of these two categories. Is it a high hook or is it a low snap hook? Okay, we're going to deal with low snap hook first, then we're going to go high hook. So stay with me here and put it in the comments. What is it for you? Is it a low hook? Is it a high hook? Is it on the toes, on the heel? Put that in there, because that helps Nick and I understand where we should be going with some of our content here. And you know this, you got to subscribe and you got to tell me where you're from. Otherwise you can't be here, right? That's part of the deal. So let's talk about low hook. Well, here's what we know. I've got my MaxVert driver here. The first driver ever specifically designed, okay, by a golf coach who deals with golfers every day, a club designer, a full team, and it's designed specifically for the average golfer, the experienced golfer. So it's the MaxVert driver. Now, here's what we've got. We know that when the ball goes low, there's not much loft on it, okay? So that's why I asked you, is it a high hook or a low hook? Because if it's low, we know that the club face at some point in the golf swing, when the club has arrived back to the golf ball, it is slightly closed. Okay, now a lot of that could just be simple club design. You might have a driver that's only got 8-9 degrees of loft on it. Now, if you're not swinging the club over 115 miles an hour, that's not enough loft. That's why with the MaxVert, we put 11 on there. Okay, so if it's a low hook, it's probably a club face issue. So let's talk about that. How do we fix that? So when we're set in there, we know if it's low and it's hooking, the club face at impact is closed. Now, it could be coming for one of two things. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of the swing and then one other thought. So with the MaxVert, we put this line right here in the top, we call it the fairway finder, this nice red line, because it's great for awareness of where the club face is at. So the first thing that I would do is just make some tiny little practice swings from waist high to waist high, right here, waist high to waist high, and just feel and see the club face staying square, or might even feel like it's open. See the movement there? Now, if you're hitting a low hook, it's probably this way. And I'm going to talk about why that is in a second, but it looks this way. So I'm just going to have a student do a couple of these little streets there. There's one, there's two, and with the MaxVert, with the fairway finder line, it's super easy because I just see the red line. There it is. All right, now let me go ahead and just hit a shot. I'm going to get that feel. Yeah, so that one there, I hit just a little bit higher, a little bit to the right, because I was trying to really exaggerate that feel of it staying open. All right, let me tee up another one here. And I'm going to give you a swing thought as to why you might be doing that. And then we'll talk about the high hook. Okay, so why do most golfers hit the snap hook, the hook? One is club face is closed. What causes the club face to be closed typically is this. When they come through, they keep their weight on their back foot too long. Looks like this. I'm not going to hit a ball, but it looks, well, I'm going to hit a ball. All right, Nick, here we go. Be ready for the hook, Nick. So here we go. When they come through, the weight stays on the back foot, okay? And that causes the club face to go down and close. Looks like this. Okay, I don't know if Nick got that thing was hooking. Okay, but did you see my weight? So if you're hitting a low hook, get a feel for where you want to go right here. But then in the swing, make sure you get your weight forward, and your knees touching. That will help you keep that club face square a little bit longer. Now, what about the high hook? What about the high hook? What if you're hitting the high hook? All right, here we go. I got you too, don't worry. I got you covered. Let's tee it up. Make sure you leave a comment. You know this, I love hearing where you're from. People from everywhere. This family here at US Golf TV, it is growing like crazy. India, England, Australia, of course the States, our friends up in Canada, Mexico the other day. People are buying The Bad Lie, the book. They're from all over. It's pretty rewarding, and we appreciate you out there, and we love hearing from you. So please tell a friend, please keep coming back, because Nick and I love this, and our chance to celebrate and share our knowledge with you is something that we're really grateful for. So the high hook, what does that look like? Well, the high hook typically comes from swinging the club too far from the inside. Okay, from the inside, so it looks like this. So when we swing the club and it swings too far, see, it's almost too far inside, okay, that causes the club to drop underneath, and with more loft on it, but really far underneath, the ball starts right and it hooks. And we've done a ton of videos on the ball flight laws, and I don't like to get technical. That's why you come to US Golf TV. You come to US Golf TV because you trust us and you want the game to be simple, not easy, but simple. So what could be causing that? Well, typically what's causing that is that when we come down, okay, we get early extended. We work up this way. So you might be in a good backswing position, but then early in downswing, you come up this way. See how my pelvis and hips went up and in this way? Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can hit a shot here. I'm gonna try not to hurt my back because it's early in the day. Nick and I got a lot of content to shoot. Nick's saying, telling me to be careful. But I'm gonna do it in slow motion. It looks like this. So it's a good backswing, and then early extended, and I just cold topped that, as you could tell, but you can see I went up in this way. So how do you fix that? Well, I'm gonna show you how you fix that. Here we go, let's tee up one. So I want you to feel some hip hinge in the backswing, and I want you to maintain that hip hinge in the outswing. So it looks like this. So you're set in here, right? When you take it to the top, you know us here, we love the change of knee flex. It's part of our whole core concept at the vertical line swing system, okay? But I can feel that pressure into my hip. And in the transition, I'm gonna feel like it stays there. I feel like I'm pushing my butt, my glutes back. Okay, so now this is challenging, so I'm gonna do a 3-setter. Here we go, and then I'm just gonna hit a shot. So I'm gonna take it up. See how I went back that way? There's 1. There's 2, almost like I'm sitting back on it. There's 3, okay, I could feel that. Now I'm just gonna hit one, and in slow motion, I'm gonna try to replicate that. Ooh, that was actually pretty good. Turned it a little bit, but it's pretty solid. There are a few of you still out there. You hook your driver. Today, we've showed you the low hook, we've showed you the high hook, and more importantly, hopefully, we've helped you understand it. And if we've done that, we've done our job, and therefore, you're gonna hit a few more fairways and you're gonna enjoy this great game of golf a little bit more.